the NBA. Don't normally start off with the NBA, but we're going to do it today anyways. The Atlanta Hawks trade Diallo Gallinari and multiple first-round picks, a 2025 first-rounder, a 2026 first-rounder, and a swap pick. I think was also like 2020 or a 2027 first-rounder and 2026 pick swap. To get Dejounte Murray, which is a huge addition to that roster. They were able to trade Diallo Gallinari and keep John Collins. That's a pretty big deal, huh? Seth, what are your thoughts on this trade? Is it going to help the Hawks, hurt the Hawks? I mean, a lot of young talent coming up on that roster.
It's kind of weird from a Spurs standpoint, but for the Hawks, I mean, what you're looking for. Trae Young plays the one, Dejounte Murray is going to play the two and give you absolutely all-world defense from that position. I mean, the guy's an absolute stud, can score the ball, and plays arguably the best defense by a guard in the NBA. So you get that. So and then you get Bogdanovich. I mean, the team is loaded with names. Now the Hawks have to put it all together. They have their shooter. They have their defensive guy. They have their 3 and D guy at the 3, but DeAndre Hunter, John Collins at the 4, and your interior blocker / post scoring Clint Capella. Some great pieces to come off the bench, but for the Spurs, it's kind of a what the hell are you doing? Because they're trading a 25-year-old All-Star that's coming into
his first All-Star this year too.
Coming into his prime, and then you just shift him away. Everybody believes they're tanking. They're going to tank this year for the Victor what's his name? Wembanyama from France. He's supposed to be like 6'2", just an absolute freak coming overseas. So that's everybody's assumption.
With 68 games played, Dejounte Murray averaged 21.1 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game, and 9.2 assists per game. This is an absolute amazing ad for the Atlanta Hawks. Like Seth said, this dude plays the best defense at a guard, probably in the NBA. Rebounds at a high rate for being 6'4". It's assists. Now they got Trae Young and Dejounte Murray who can facilitate this ball on the field at any point in time. This allows Trae to drop his usage rate down by a lot, and Dejounte to kind of take over the one when they want Trae to run around and do some Steph Curry stuff. This is a very interesting pickup for the Hawks. And then Bogdanovich, they can get him rolling. DeAndre Hunter, who averaged 21 points in the playoffs this past season. Granted, I'm pretty sure they only played 5 games, but still, that's a big step up in a playoff moment.
I think Hawk fans can. Nothing's guaranteed, but they can kind of look at the offseason and look at right now and be like, we'll probably make top 8, right? Like they're probably best, top 8 team for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully this year they don't.
It's just Hawks, nice. You remember, right? You remember when, the Thunder had all their players, Durant, and you just kind of sat back and you're like, yeah, of course you pay attention and watch all the games, mostly, but it's just nice to know you're probably going to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, and the Hawks have made the playoffs the past 2 years. This past year in the play-in tournament, and the year before they're in the Eastern Conference Finals against Giannis. So it's like if Dejounte Murray can help them get over that hump and get them out of the play-in tournament and get them into a top 3, top 4 seed, that's a win. If you can do that first year with Dejounte, just get top 4 seed in the playoffs, maybe move on to the second or third round and see where you go from there.
If it wasn't for the Braves winning a couple years ago, man, Atlanta's kind of down bad when it comes to their sports. Yeah. They've had some bad luck.
Well, they just had Georgia.
Georgia just won a national title.
Well, okay. Whoa.
Yeah, Atlanta just won a pennant. Georgia just won a national title. The Hawks
aside from the Braves,
they're looking all right.
Nah.
That's a spur of luck that they ain't had in a fat minute since the downfall of the Falcons in the Super Bowl. But
I mean, when's the last time the Hawks have been relevant though?
2018, 2017, back when they had Kyle Korver and they went on a historic run to take the number 1 seed.
Did they win?
They made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, but they didn't win.
They didn't win.
Even Cleveland's had better. Just saying.
Well, Cleveland had LeBron. The Hawks was doing it around Paul Millsap and Al Horford.
True.
Jeff
Aging.
Teague.
Yeah, and Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague was commanding that offense. And then Kyle Korver was absolutely electric that year. That was a pretty fun Hawks run to watch. Kind of similar to the 2 years ago when the Hawks made the Eastern Conference Finals, when they started off, when they fired their coach and took over their interim coach, and Nate McMillan, I think is his name. He took over, and they went on a 9-game win streak right out the gate as soon as he took over as interim coach. And they're like, dude, we're going to make you head coach. And then Eastern Conference Finals his first year. It's like, and then play-in tournament second year. So the dude's doing his job getting his team into the playoffs. They just now they have the roster to win now. They have to build off of it.
Right.
Trae Young got his extension this offseason. John Collins is going to get his extension. I think he already did. I need to look at the numbers on that one. Dejounte's already been extended. Bogdanovich is there. I mean, they have a roster built to win. They just have to piece it together. And it's all about chemistry and staying healthy. Clint Capella is a very good player. John Collins is an absolute freak on the basketball court when he's healthy and he's out there playing, and he's expanding his range, shooting the three ball. The Hawks look dangerous with Dejounte. Especially they only had to give up Gallinari. Like, that wins them this trade. And I suspect Gallinari will probably buy out of the Spurs. I don't see him wanting to tank on them unless he just wants to collect his $18 million paycheck and suck. But who knows?